Hello YouTubers, and welcome to all of our new subscribers. I hope you're going to enjoy our channel. Today we're going to be making this in the hoop of Valentine's Day owl Stuffie. It's great, it can be used as an ornament, or you can use it to hang on your car or a keychain. But it's very, very quick to make. You can make it for little giveaway presents, whatever you want to. He's going to be made in our 4x4 hoop. So let's get started. So these are all the supplies that you're going to need. You're going to need some medium to heavy tearaway stabilizer. Please do not use the fuse and tear. It won't hold up to all the stitches. This is our 4x4 hoop. I'm using felt to make this little one. You can use whatever fabric because we're going to turn it inside out. So you could also use Mickey Dot or anything like that. Out of a sheet of felt, you can get normally 2 of them. You're going to need 1 piece for the front and 1 piece for the back. You're also going to need some matching thread to whatever fabric you pick out, just in case you can see any of the stitches. Sometimes you're going to be able to see some of the stitching. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. So you want to make sure you have a matching thread. Those are going to be eyes, wings, and the little heart for the belly. And then I'm going to make them into little ornaments, so I'm using some ribbon. Alright, so now we are all over the machine. I've got my design loaded into my machine and my red thread. The first stitch it's going to do is a placement stitch. Alright, so I have sprayed my favorite spray basting spray, I don't think you can see that, on the back of my fabric. What I'm going to do now is place it right side up, completely covering my owl. Okay, completely covering my owl. What's going to happen now is it's going to do a couple tack down stitches to hold the fabric into place. Now I've changed thread colors so you can see this. You can use whatever color you want to because technically you're going to cut these away so nobody's going to see them. Okay, so our machine put these little 4 things into place. They're to hold down our fabric. Now what your machine's going to do next is basically just straight stitch. So we're going to make black eyes, white eyes. It's going to make it yellow for the beak. Then we're going to do a belly and then the wings. So this is just straight regular stitching. So we're going to put it in fast forward mode and do our stitching. So our machine has done all of the stitching. This is our little owl. Now what we're going to do, I want to put a hanger on mine. So I've cut some ribbon. What I'm going to do is the loop part needs to be inside. So the loop part needs to be inside with your stitching. And then I'm going to use some painter's tape to tape it into place. Now you can use whatever tape you want to. I would recommend using one that your machine, if you accidentally sew through it, can deal with. Some of the stickier tapes, Scotch tape, stuff like that, your machine will not appreciate stitching through. Alright, so we've taped it into place. Now I'm going to take my second piece of fabric. I'm going to put it right side down. You had a right side. Make sure you're covering all of your stitching. What we're going to do now is put it back in the machine, use your matching thread. It's going to stitch all the way around your outline. One more quick thing. I'm using felt which kind of sticks to itself and isn't going to move. If you're using a different kind of fabric, especially if you're using like minky, I would highly suggest you pin it to death. Just make sure that your pin, if you pin it, it's not going to stitch anywhere around your outline, or else your machine will not appreciate stitching through a straight pin. So just make sure you would pin on the outside, but I'm not going to since I'm using felt. Alright, so I removed our hoop from the machine. It's going to make this outline stitch twice just to make sure that you don't end up with a hole in it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to remove it from the hoop. We're going to remove all of this tearaway stabilizer. So flip it over to the back. We're going to move all the stabilizer. And we're going to cut it out. Here's a little owl. He's all cut out. Leave extra at the bottom. This is where we're going to turn them. And you're going to need extra to tuck it back in. Also, when you tear off your tearaway stabilizer, you might have loose threads. That's okay. The reason you have loose threads is because we originally stitched straight on the stabilizer, and so you're going to have threads that may come loose. So what we're going to do now is we are going to flip them inside out. Alright, so this is our owl, and he's mostly turned out. So I got the wings all turned out. Now, I use a pen to go back in and make sure that the ears get poked out. A little at the top. There we go. So see, there's your little ear at the top. So there you go. Don't poke too hard because you can poke through it. But so this is our little owl. So just make sure you turn out all your little wings. And there you go. Alright, now you're going to take your stuffing and you are going to stuff your owl. You can make your little owl. You can make your little owl as fat or as skinny as you want to. When you stuff it, the little ears come out more. So stuff till your little heart's content. I'll be back in a sec. Alright, so I got our little owl all stuffed. Make sure that you spend an extra second to really push the stuffing into the wings, or else it's just not going to kind of go there. You can make your owl as fat or as skinny as you want to. Now, what I'm going to suggest is when you fold him under, take it and fold your front flap back so that you're covering, so it's all, the stuffing's all underneath it. And then fold it this way. And that way we can close the bottom. Alright. Now, in a perfect world, you would hand stitch this all closed very perfectly with a very nice, perfect hidden stitch. I hate hand sewing. I think it's a form of torture. So I use this stuff, and basically it just works like double sticky tape, and you stick it in between. You can also use fuse. I have also been known to hot glue them shut. I don't know if that's really the best way, but I'm going to close them shut real quick. So we are all done with our In the Hoop owl stuffy. So there's our little pair of owls. I hope you enjoyed our tutorial. Hope to be back with more soon. Please like and subscribe and all that jazz, and see you soon.